Ladies and gents, hello and welcome, and I do believe that this is something quite important to cover. So let's have a look at Kaspa's hash rate. So there is a massive divergence between hash rate and price. Every single time it happened, we were set for a massive price explosion. So the question is that going to happen right now for Kaspa's price? So if we are going to look back to September 27, this is when hash rate basically touched the price and we saw a huge explosion right after that. So then we have experienced that second time, third time, and now basically it's the same time. So the price is significantly far away from the hash rate, and every single time that happened in the past, we saw an explosion in terms of Kaspa's price. But now let's have a look at the chart itself. So that is a 4-hourly time frame for you, ladies and gents, and what we are experiencing at the moment. Well, so from the standpoint of, well, let's say bullish momentum on a 4-hourly time frame, we do have a little bit of an up move, let's say, right? Because that move is upwards, right? We cannot argue that it isn't, that's for sure, right? So we are going upward, that upward sloping trend line, and we are, well, being supported roughly now at 16 cents. We got supported, well, in here, and we have most importantly broke above the level of resistance, which became our support of 15 cents. So now guys, the next technical level that we do have to anticipate for Kaspa is basically smashing through that level of resistance at 18 cents of a dollar, but I do think that this is just a matter of time, to being honest with you. And from the standpoint of the daily time frame, if it comes to stochastic RSI, we have properly bottomed out for Kaspa's price, meaning that we can see some pumps towards the upside. So looking at the weekly time frame, this candle is going to close in 2 days 15 hours, but as you guys can see, Kaspa's bulls are basically pushing Kaspa's price towards the upside, and I do believe that we are going to close green on this candle. But heck, everything might happen in this market, so let's see what is going to happen in the next, well, a little bit over 48 hours for Kaspa. But if we are going to close bullishly, that is going to be definitely much bigger sign for Kaspa, well, short term of course, because we all know where Kaspa actually is going long term. So once we are going to, you know, gear up above that purple line for the rainbow, that is going to be definitely great from the standpoint of the technicals. And now if I'm going to zoom this chart out, and if you guys will be probably wondering if you are early to Kaspa or too late to Kaspa, well, in my opinion, obviously the best time to buy Kaspa was probably here and here, right? Or even here. But I don't think that we are late to Kaspa, because Kaspa has much more fuel to go, I believe. The current reward is sitting at 92 Kaspa. The next one is going to be 87. The next reduction is scheduled in 26 days. We are sitting at 85% mine. Hash rate is sitting at 738 petahash per second, and all-time highs are sitting at 764.5 petahash per second. Guys, that is huge. All right, I do remind to everybody in every single video that Kaspa's network is constantly growing and is becoming stronger and stronger. More miners are coming into the business, so that is great for Kaspa holders. And now let's have a look at ETF inflows if it comes to BTC. BTC saw inflows of 194.6 million USD, and actually BlackRock purchased the most. And now if we are going to look at Ethereum, we are experiencing a little bit of outflows, but that is less than 20 mil, so that is not a biggie. And looking at overall crypto market at the time of recording this video, that is an hourly time frame, this is basically what's brewing. But if we are going to look at the daily, you know, things are definitely looking much better, especially for Bread, up 16%. And of course Kaspa, well, maybe not as much as Bread. I believe that Kaspa's time is yet to come. Now let's have a look at a couple of interesting charts. So shout out to Mr. Trader Taring Great, and this is monthly chart for BTC. So he's saying that this is a beautiful demonstration of how an effective support trend line is affecting the price. Bitcoin lower wick pinned down to the support trend line, and price rejected at that level, uptrend continues. And basically he's saying that now we could expect pump towards the upside, gearing up towards 129k, let's say, in 2026 for BTC. Now shout out to the Scalping Pro, and he's saying that Bitcoin is still consolidating inside a broadening wedge pattern. Upside breakout target is 100k. So that is great. And now if we are going to look at this chart zoomed out, I don't think that we have any reasons to be worried about, because if you will be following the price of Bitcoin and crypto in general from, let's say, this time and zoom out your chart every now and then, I don't think that you will be shaken out so easily like many people right now. So now let's have a look at this chart. That is a weekly chart for BTC, and Mr. Prof is saying that this is to all of the haters and weak hands who thought the bull market was over. BTC is back above the all-time high of 2021. Nobody said it would be easy, but patience and perseverance are everything in this space. For those who have preserved, you deserve what's coming. Heck guys, so let's see, because he's basically pointing towards, let's say, 300k for BTC. Let me know down in the comments below if you think that 300k this cycle is possible for BTC. And now Mr. Prof is asking, why is no one talking about the fact that BTC recently touched a trend line that has been playing out insanely important role for almost 11 years, in Bitcoin turning this resistance into support. On top of that, you have the first ever golden cross of the 50 and 100 SMA. Well, let's have a look, ladies and gents. So basically we never experienced, well, at least on this chart, we've never experienced the golden cross of these two moving averages. So, well, I do believe that is big. And last time we've touched that trend line, that was in 2024, well, at the beginning, then we experience a pump for BTC's price. So heck, let's see if this is the time when we are going to experience another pump. Now, quick shout out to Titan of Crypto, and he's saying that Bitcoin relief rally is in progress as expected, and his price objective is 90,000 USD. And as you guys can see now more clearly, this is the right angle descending broadening wedge, which is here on the picture as well. So the target is in here, ladies and gents. Let's see how that is going to play out. And now Ethereum. So altcoins and Ethereum, actually a reasonable conservative target for ETH would be around $8,000 this cycle. Well, I do believe that this is going to happen for Ethereum without any problem, because last cycle we had around $4,800, and I'm not saying that you are going to become rich if you are buying Ethereum. Nonetheless, little projects, well, good projects that are built on the top of Ethereum can experience a lot of growth if Ethereum is going to experience these price levels. Now, Mr. Scalping Pro is saying that Bitcoin Pulse rally is incoming. So now that would be great, because on this chart we could see around 500k for BTC. And heck, if Bitcoin would see around 500k, that would be amazing. Now, Mr. Elijah is saying that nothing has changed for the long term. So again, zoomed out chart guys, and his top is around 500k for BTC. Heck, let's see if that is going to happen. If this is going to happen, well, that is going to be amazing. And now this is something that you guys saw in the thumbnail, right? So will the history repeat itself? These are the fractals of BTC's price action, but obviously determining that is going to be easier to figure out for us how much time we've got with our Kaspa's backs. So let's have a look, guys. We saw the top, then we saw the bear market, the first leg up, blah blah blah, and then we had this boring zone, and then we have entered the banana zone. Now 2014, 2016, the same thing, the boring zone, and then boom, 2019, 2020, exactly the same thing. And this is where we are at the moment, guys. So I don't think that this is the time to panic and be shaken out of the market like many people are, alright? So that's it, what I've got for you. I hope that you have guys enjoyed, and I wish you have a great day. Peace and love, crypto.